Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita were very happy in the ashrama at Mount Chitrakuta. The river Mantakini was beautiful, and sitting on its banks, Rama would spend hours together with Sita watching the peacocks dance, and they would listen to the birds singing in glee. The flow of the river made music, and Rama was extremely happy in these pleasant surroundings. And on that particular day, when they were seated, they found a herd of elephants running around as though in panic. Rama looked at this strange scene and heard an unusual noise from a distance. And he said, "Look, Lakshmana, there is a noise resembling that of an earthquake. The earth is trembling under the shock, sudden as it seems to be. Even the wild animals seem to be scared. It seems to me some king or prince has entered the forest with a desire to hunt. Just try and see what is happening." Lakshmana could make out that it was Bharata who entered, and he became furious. So he said, "My arrows are getting rusty. I will use them on Bharata and will be happy after his death." Rama was greatly distressed by the violence of the anger of Lakshmana. He tried to pacify him with soft and gentle words. He said, "Lakshmana, if Bharata is coming here, where is the need for us to take up arms against him? You know only too well my promise to my father. Now you suggest the killing of Bharata, breaking my promise to my father and taking upon myself the sin of killing my brother. I will become the king of Koshala. Do you think such a thought is welcome to me? Wealth which one wins at the cost of a life of a kinsman or friend is like food which has been poisoned. I will not even look at it. Lakshmana, do you remember any telling you is something on the day the throne was promised me by our father? I said, I am glad for you, my brother. We'll rule this kingdom together. I am happy for you, I assure you. I wish to be king only because I wish to share it with my brothers. I have but their happiness and welfare at heart. It is not as though I cannot conquer this entire world. Good. But by the sea. I do not desire to get it the way you suggest." Lakshmana stood silent, and Rama stroked him on the back with love and said, "My beloved brother, I know you are angry for my sake, and that is the reason why you want to kill Bharata. I will tell you why Bharata has come. Bharata is extremely fond of his brothers. I love him more than my very life, and he knows it. So, Bharata was looking for Rama. He looked again and he saw his brother Rama seated in front of the fire. Rama with his hair all matted and tangled, with his noble figure covered by tree bark and deer skin. Looking like a flame himself, Rama sat facing the fire, with his wide shoulders looking like those of a lion, with his magnificent arms bare of the ornaments which were wont to adorn them. With his eyes like lotus petals, Rama sat in front of the fire worshipping it. The prince who should have ruled the world, which at the sea as its boundary now sat like Brahma on Darbhagras, spread on the floor and with Sita by his side. Lakshmana was standing near him with his arms locked across his chest. Bharata stood still for a long moment. His limbs refused to bear him. He then rushed towards Rama. He could not see properly since tears were clouding his eyes. And Bharata, wrenched in tears, advanced towards Rama but fell down. Even before reaching his feet, he looked at Rama and could just say, "Rama, my beloved brother," and could say no more. Shatrughna, who was with Bharata, all the while fell along with Bharata at the feet of Rama. Then Bharata told what all happened in Ayodhya, then about the Dasharatha's death.